It may not look like it now, but the NASL season is just 2 short months away, and with training camp set to get underway in 2 weeks' time for Ottawa Fury FC, we caught up with head coach Paul Dalglish to talk about the different positions on his team and how they're readying for the 2016 season.
Having spoke with the players a little bit, they felt they were defensive wingers last year, and there was at times where they'd be doing that much defending that they didn't really have that much energy left to attack when they did get the ball back. And the one thing that we want to try and do is we want to try and put people in the best positions to be successful. We want to try and put them in the positions where they can have success, and attacking players need to be as close to goal as possible. So we'll be pinching our wingers a little bit inside, getting them closer to where the goal is, and playing them higher. And we'll be, they'll still have to do the defensive work, but the defensive work they'll be asked to do will be in a higher position, and the rewards of that is that they're much more determined to try and win it back, because if they win it back close to goal, then they don't have to go that far to do what they want to do, which is score. So for me, they're going to be huge assets, because they've both got the quality to be able to punish the opposition for mistakes with the finishing ability. They've both got that energy where they want to work, and they're going to be big seasons ever since Paulo Jr. showed his quality last year. And Paulo Jr. is a player I've known for a lot of years. He first came to my attention when he played for Miami back at the beginning of the NASL, and he was brilliant. He was brilliant. He played on the left-hand side, and he was probably the player in the league that worried me the most as an opposition coach. So to have the chance to work with him I'm really excited about. And everything I hear about Carl Hayworth, everyone tells me how good he is in training, and how he's the best finisher at the club, and how we need to get him as close to goal as possible. And for me, it's the thing that they say, it's not always translated into the games when he's played in the league games. And so my job really is this year with Carl is to try and work with him every day, and try and transition what everybody's seen him do on the training field within the organisation into NASL games. And I've got every confidence that he will do that this year. Dennis is a player, another player I tried to sign last year when I was in Austin and missed out to Arizona. He's a player with electric speed, and a real confidence player. When he was in Orlando, he played as a lone striker, and he was devastating. If you can provide through balls for him, he's so dangerous with his pace and finishing ability. But one of those that when he's hot, and he went to Arizona last year, and they had Longtan as they favoured as their striker, and Chin ended up playing quite a lot in midfield on the left-hand side, and he can play there, but he needs to play higher. And I think we managed, because he played there last year, he maybe never had the numbers that he would have had if he'd have played up front. So my hope is he comes in, and just simply moving him into the position where he had all the success in Orlando, he'll replicate that success here, and he offers us something a little bit different to what we've had before, with that world-class speed that he possesses. So he gives us the option to play a little bit differently. Gerardo Bruna is it's really impressive when you read his resume, but it's only words, that you read on a magazine or you read on a newspaper. But he was one of the most highly rated teenagers in the world when he was at Real Madrid and Liverpool, and he's a player that I see a lot of in England especially, that is so close to becoming a Premier League star, and then doesn't quite make it, and then the downward spiral becomes rapid because of the style of football that's played in the lower leagues in England. when you've been brought up to play a certain way of football with possession-based football and normally dominating the game in terms of possession, football that's played on the ground. And then you go down to a lower level team, and all of a sudden they might as well put the grass in the sky because the ball's always up there. So he struggled. He really struggled in the lower leagues, but his quality is incredible, absolutely incredible. His creativity, and he's somebody that I'm so looking forward to working with, because I was at big clubs as a young player. I was at Celtic, Liverpool, Newcastle, played in the Premier League, and then I went to the lower leagues, and I didn't know how to play that type of football, and I lost my confidence a little bit, and I wasn't any better at playing that type of football. In fact, I was worse than the players that were playing it. And it wasn't until I took a little bit of time out the game and came back that I realised that, I had to change my game a little bit. And it wasn't really me that wasn't a good player. It was the style of football never suited what I was as a player. And once I realised that, and I made career decisions based on the style of football that suited my game, I had a lot more success when I came back, and that's something that I'm expecting to see with Gerardo. I want to see. He was a much better player at a younger age than I ever was, and I managed to have a little bit of success when I came to North America because the style of soccer suited me more. So I'm hoping that he comes over and lives, emulates, learns from my mistakes, if you like, and I aggressively went after Gerardo because I believe that he could be a real top prospect for us with the style of play that we're going to play.